Hello and welcome to Fox 31 News. Today we have something very special for you all. We're having a crash course newscast on historical events that happened between 2000 and 2010, starting now. We're starting off with politics and wars. Starting off with an event that started in the late 1990s. We have the Second Congo War. It began in 1998, a year after the First Congo War. It was the deadliest war in African history, with a death total of 5.4 million and ended in July of 2003. Crossing the Atlantic to America, another president came into office in January of 2001. That man is George W. Bush, who served 2 terms and started the war on terror after an attack by Al-Qaeda terrorists on the Twin Towers on September 11, 2001. Going deeper into the attacks, 4 airliners were hijacked and crashed into the Twin Towers and 1 into the Pentagon, killing nearly 3,000 people. Back across the ocean to Afghanistan, on October 7, 2001, the U.S. and NATO overthrew Al-Qaeda-supported Taliban government. The Al-Qaeda leader, Osama bin Laden, was eventually killed by American troops 10 years later on May 2, 2011. Switching gears, in 2002, the International Criminal Court was established on July 1st. On September 10, 2002, Switzerland becomes a member of the United Nations, and 17 days later, Timor-Leste does the same. In 2003, U.S.-led coalition invaded Iraq on March 20th and overthrew the government in Saddam Hussein, who was hung by his people December 30th, 2006. The death toll of the Iraqi war was about 150,000 people, and combat ended officially in August 2010. 2003 to 2005 started a series of nonviolent revolutions known as the Color Revolutions and overthrew governments in Georgia, Ukraine, and Lebanon. In March 2004, bombings carried out by Islamic terrorists killed 191 people on the commuter rail system in Madrid, Spain. Also in 2005, Pope John Paul II dies and Joseph Ratzinger is selected as Pope Benedict XVI. June 28th, Montenegro becomes a part of the United Nations. In the summer of 2006, Israel had a conflict with Lebanon. 300 to 450 Lebanese died and about 120 Israeli soldiers died. Israel withdrew August 14, 2006. July 11, 2006, bombs planted on the train system in Mumbai exploded, killing 209 people. October 9, 2006, North Korea conducted its first nuclear test. 2007, civil war escalates in the Gaza Strip throughout the month of June. November 26, 2008 to the 29th, a series of coordinated terrorist attacks by Islamic terrorists in Mumbai, killing 154 and wounded more than 300. 2009, North Korea tests a second nuclear weapon. A huge mark in American history occurred in 2009, the election of President Barack Obama. To end the decade, in 2010, Polish President Lech Kaczyński and 95 others died in an air disaster in western Russia. Investigations to the incident are still ongoing. Our next category is science and technology. Many changes have occurred in the 21st century due to science and technology, and we live much better because of them. There are many subcategories to space and technology, science and technology, so we'll start off with space exploration. 2001, the first space tourist, Dennis Tito, pays $19 million to board the International Space Station. In 2003, Space Shuttle Columbia exploded on its way to space, killing 7 crew members. October 15, 2003, China launched its first manned space flight, Shenzhou 5, which made it the 3rd country to send a man into space behind US and Russia. In 2004, Mars Exploration Rover lands on Mars. This rover was named Opportunity and discovered that the area of Mars was once covered in water. 2005, the New Horizons is launched to Pluto. 2006, Pluto is reclassified as a dwarf planet instead of a real planet. 2008, Phoenix discovers water on ice. Mars. 2009, the Indian Space Research Org discovers water on the moon. 2011, NASA launches Atlantis to mark the end to the 3-decade space program. Now we come to the subcategory of medicine. In 2003, the Human Genome Project was completed. Also in 2003, severe acute respiratory syndrome spread across the globe. 2 years later, the first partial face transplant was performed in France. In 2006, Australian Dr. Ian Fraser developed a vaccine for cervical cancer. In 2008, Japanese scientists created a form of artificial DNA. Finally, for medicine, in 2009, a well-known H1N1 spread around the globe, which resulted in about 17,000 deaths. Next we have in the field of technology, storage and mediums. DVD technology replaces the VCR at the start of the 21st century. Also, Blu-ray Blu-ray technology emerges. Compact discs succeeded cassettes and became rapidly removed by digital downloads. High definition replaced standard definition. 3D technology became more popular. The World Wide Web and websites became a major new medium for storing files and information. Finally, smartphones and tablets with 3 and 4G capabilities became more popular and are going to be used for a long time. Now we come to the subcategory of society. The world population was about 6.1 billion at the start of the 21st century. The population reached about 7 billion on October 2011 and increasing at a rate of 78 million per year. Here are some of the biggest protests in the world. Anti-globalization protest in Prague, protests against the Iraq War, February 15, 2003, Iraqi anti-war protests, 2004 to 2005, Orange Revolution in Ukraine, 2005, civil unrest in France, 2007, Georgian demonstrations, 2008, Tibetan unrest, Tea Party protests, 2009, G20 London Summit protests, 2009 to 2010, Iranian election protests, 2010 to G20 Toronto Summit protests, 2010 UK students protests, 2010 to 11 Greek protests, Arab Spring, and Tunisian revolt. 2011 Egyptian Revolution, 2011 Egyptian post-revolution protests, impact of Arab Spring, 2011 Iranian protests, 2011 Libyan Civil War, Syrian Civil War, 2011 United Kingdom anti-Austria protest, 2011 London anti-cuts protest, Spanish indigenous, 2011 English rise, 2011 Chilean protest, 2011 Israeli social justice protest, Occupy Wall Street, October 15, 2011 global protest, worldwide Occupy protest, 2011 to 2012 Russian protest, Bears 3.0 rally, 2012 Catalan independence demonstration, Yo Soy 132. Another subcategory is natural disasters. 2001 Gujarat earthquake, an earthquake in Gujarat, India on January 26, 2001 that killed approximately 20,000 people. 2001 El Salvador earthquake, 2003 European heat wave, 2003 Bam earthquake, 2004 Hurricane Jeanne, 2004 Asian tsunami, 2005 Hurricane Katrina, 2005 Kashmir earthquake, 2008 Cyclone Nagris, 2008 Sequoin earthquake, 2009 Black Saturday bushfires, 2009 L'Aquila earthquake, 2009 flu pandemic. Now we come to my favorite category, sports. 2002 Winter Olympics were held in Salt Lake City, Utah, United States. 2004 Summer Olympics were held in Athens, Greece. 2006 Winter Olympics were held in Turin, Italy. 2008 Summer Olympics were held in Beijing, China. 2010 Winter Olympics were held in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. 2010 Summer Youth Olympics were held in Singapore. Now for my favorite category, Association Football. 2002 FIFA World Cup was held in Japan and South Korea, the first Asian countries to hold this tournament, and was won by Brazil. 2006 FIFA World Cup was held in Germany and won by Italy. 2010 FIFA World Cup was held in South Africa, the first African nation to hold this tournament, and won by Spain. Miscellaneous sports. Usain Bolt broke various world records, including the 100-meter dash at the 2009 World Championship, setting the record of 9.58 seconds. Michael Phelps became the most decorated athlete of all time. The last category is issues and concerns. Globalization, overpopulation, abortion, gay rights, poverty, disease, war, and terrorism. Thanks for watching this special broadcast. Have a good night.